This is Aaron Freed with Blue Ribbon Flies in West Yellowstone, Montana. And today we're going to be tying our new, for 2019, Super Squirrel pattern. It's a small streamer. We're going to be tying, we have a few different color versions that we're offering. We're going to be tying a burnt orange and yellow version, which is a good one for fall swinging. We're starting with a size 8 hook, Umpqua U105 or Timco 3769. Good choices. And our bead is a metallic pheasant tail brown dazzle brass bead from Hairline. Size is 1/8 inch. We're using A-dot brown ultra thread. And we're going to start wrapping, and we're just going to build a little base just on the front half of that hook right there. We're going to tie the whole fly right on the front half. We're going to start with a little bit of yellow marabou. Take a marabou blood quill and just kind of clip the tip out of there. Just using a little bit of yellow, lemon yellow, a little bit of bright color on there, and we're going to tie that in. Not quite the full length of the shank out the back. Clip that off. And then we're going to use a Crawdad Orange Pine Squirrel Zonker strip, and I'm going to measure that out about the same length. Just kind of split those fibers. Go ahead and tie that down. Give it a few good wraps right there. And now we're going to wrap the squirrel for part of the collar as well. Usually this has a little bit of a natural flare one direction or another. I'll wrap it whichever direction. Generally you'll get those fibers flaring backwards. And about 1.5, 2 wraps is usually enough, just kind of depending on how bushy that squirrel strip is. But trim that off. And go ahead and get that all tied down. And if those fibers are in the way, you can kind of wet your fingers and pull those back a little bit too. And then to finish the fly off, we're going to use a natural India henback feather for the rest of our collar. And just kind of trim those fibers a little bit off of that stem. And tie that in just behind the bead. A little extra stem in there. And take our hackle pliers and I think leave a little of that fluff on there. It gives a little bit more bulk, a little bit more body. And break the tip of my feather, but go ahead and try and get about 2 wraps out of that feather if you can. Tie it off. Just pull everything back. Make a few wraps over the base of that feather just to keep those fibers flared back with our squirrel. And we'll go ahead and finish that right there. And clip the tip of my feather out of there as well. And just go ahead and put just a little drop Zap-A-Gap on there just to keep that knot together. It's a pretty versatile little fly. You can strip it, you can swing it, dead drift it. We're going to have, as I mentioned, 4 different color variations. We have this one, we have an olive, a natural pine squirrel, and then a claret option. So 4 different colors, really effective little fly, spring through fall. Super Squirrel.